JKB back with another episode. Today I'm going to talk about the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to do it in a laid-back situation here. I don't want to all be doom and gloom because so many people on the internet right now just grab onto the littlest minute detail of something and just rip it apart. You know, from a negative aspect, just rip it apart. I don't want to be that type of person online anymore, and I've tried really hard to be positive. So this is a positive look at the Nintendo Switch. Now let me start by telling you the story, and I'll make it very quick and sweet. The only reason I'm getting a Nintendo Switch at launch is because of my girlfriend. So what had happened was my best friend, one of my best friends, I got a few of them, quite a few of them, but he was going to get the pre-order for me, and I was going to pay him back over a couple of months because it was a lot of money. And I'm being honest with you guys, I'm broke as a joke. So he was going to do that. However, the website crashed. He couldn't do it. So it was like, we can't do it. What's going to happen? Panic, right? I thought, I'm not getting the system. You know, it wasn't the end of the world. But all of a sudden, my girlfriend was just like, it's your birthday on February 17th, and can I get you an early gift? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, go get the Switch. Pre-order it. You just go to EB Games and pre-order it. It's so I'm getting a Nintendo Switch on launch day for my birthday from my girlfriend, Shannon. So thank you to her, and thank you to my friend Josh for doing all that he could to get his hands on it. You guys are crazy, but I mean, to be nuts here, my girlfriend is giving me a Switch for my birthday. It's already a done deal. I pre-ordered it today with Zelda, and I just want to thank her on the show. So thank you to her. Thank everybody, everybody thank her, I should say. I mean, my mind's blown because of this. So, thank you. That's for her. Nobody steal those. Now, let's go into the discussion of the system. Everything I saw. It started out, you know, I kind of want to have a conversation like we're friends, you know, because a lot of people online, look, it's gonna fail. This is the end of Nintendo. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. This is like, I'm almost 36. Let's grow up and talk about what we saw and have a discussion. I saw something that has a lot of potential. The Legend of Zelda trailer, by the way, I'm going to go completely all over the place, and I apologize for that, but the Legend of Zelda trailer made me cry. I watched it today just before this, and that right there to me is a system seller. And I know you fucking people, some people out there, oh, it's a system seller, oh my god, Nintendo, you're a fanboy. Yeah, kinda. When you have that on your wrist, maybe you are a fanboy of Zelda. And I'm not just saying I'm a fanboy of Zelda and I'm gonna buy it because of that. It looks good. It looks like a fucking masterpiece. So moving on from Zelda, because I don't want to discuss it anymore. Mario. A little weird downtown New York, or New Dong, what was it called? New Donk City or something? Or New Kong City, I forget what it was, but a Mario game, which I called, by the way, not to toot my own horn or touch my own tits, but I said Mario would be a traveling game and he would go all over the place in some ship. And I didn't have a leak. I made that up on the spot. I thought about it and I thought that's what they're going to do based on what we saw. And that was what we saw. That game's going to be insane. Just back to the classic Mario feel. But let's talk about the system itself. I don't want to make this too long, but I feel like, okay, it's an HD Wii, essentially. There's 3 different ways to play it. By playing it on your TV, playing it with its kickstand, or playing it, holding it in hand, or the kickstand, or there's so many different ways to hold this thing. I'm not going to go over the details. You know what I'm talking about. And I've talked to some people that have already played it in London, and a few people from Japan. I read some things about it, and everybody universally is saying that it's good enough. And then there's a lot of people saying that it feels really good. It feels great in your hands. The controller, when it's in its Joy-Con position in the controller itself, feels great. So everything's feeling good. Now, on the 27th of the month, I'm going to actually play it. I'll be back with another video then to talk about what I experienced. Now, what do I think about the fact that it is essentially a Wii in HD, but it's also a portable, but it's also has the ability to use the classic controller, which is $100 in Canada. Let me just talk about what I don't like about this. It's $100 in Canada to get a classic Pro controller. That's not good, Nintendo. That needs to be fixed. I also heard that the online mode, believe it or not, it's insanity, but it's going to run through a mobile app, which I also called, not to toot my own tits or touch myself, but I did call that too. Now, in saying all this, guys, how do I feel about it? I feel good about the system. I can't wait to hold this on the 27th. I'm gonna kiss it and touch it. Mario Kart just showed off, basically in the trailer, the battle mode, which was taken out of the Wii U version. Should have been there from the start, so I can't go, yay, I can't get too excited about that. I played the hell out of Mario Kart, but I gotta admit, being able to go to my oma's, which is my grandmother in Dutch, that's how you say grandmother in Dutch, she plays Mario Kart, so just to show her how to play, it's going to be exciting, you know, and the ability to do screenshots and have the social media stuff, it's enough for me. The ability to record video eventually, or clips, that's going to be cool. I'm a little disappointed with the fact that it's going to be through the app. We don't know the details of that. Will it be through the system as well in terms of how it connects to the internet? Now, obviously, when you're at home, it's going to sit in its base. Everything will be lottie-dottie. But here's a question. If a USB external drive can be hooked to the base, and then when you plug it in, it can read through there, that's cool. But what happens when you undock it and you're in the middle of a game that's on the hard drive on the USB stick in the Switch dock? How does that work? Does that work? I've heard rumors that it works, or it transfers the data to a card. Another thing, 32 gigabytes on the system itself, kind of a letdown. Let's be honest here. I wish it had some sort of hard drive in it, solid state hard drive. If they can put a 64 gig into this thing, why can't they do that? I think cost, they kind of want to take it out of the system and make you spend the money on the card yourself. So you can obviously upgrade this to, I don't know how big it can go. I didn't look into that, but that's not a big issue to me. Obviously, I want to have at least 64 gigs or 128 gigs or even bigger than that to be able to get my downloaded games on the go. The fact that you can take this on the go, you know, Mario Kart runs at 720p, 60 frames per second on the go. Oh my god, like taking Zelda on the go. Oh man, like sitting in a park playing Mario Kart on the screen. Awesome. The battery life, I will bring up the fact that I think it might be a little short. However, I'm sure there'll be accessories that allow you to, you know, upgrade that. So overall, I feel good about everything. I don't think I covered everything here, but I want to hold back on a lot of this until I actually hold the system. That video will be very, 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 very detailed, and I'll give you my honest opinion. So it's not all doom and gloom over here. I'm excited as you guys. Got a pre-order thanks to my girlfriend, and I'm excited. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The launch lineup, it's a little short. However, Splatoon for you guys that like that, awesome for you guys. People that like Mario Kart, gotta wait a little bit. People that want the Mario 64 sequel, we gotta wait until Christmas. You know, there's other games I could talk about, but let me just do that on the 27th after I've played this. So if you have any questions about the Switch that you want answered in that video, let me know in the comments below. I'll read them and make sure I answer those on the 27th. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are excited. I'm super excited. See you on the next episode.